Hello everyone, welcome back. So today is Friday, so that means it's Farmer Friday, and I'm here with my favorite farmer. So he's going to go through and he's going to discuss some things with fertilizer on their planter and some different ways that I guess you can change some different variables with it, and he's just going to talk us through. So I am going to turn the camera around and he's going to get started.
Okay. We're going to be talking about fertilizer on our planter. I guess the fertilizer goes with any applicator rig. But on here we got a tank. We put fertilizer on here on our planter. And from the tank we got a pump, which is a hydraulic pump, and it pulls from the fertilizer tank, and then it pushes it up through here through this hose, gets filtered, and there's a flow meter here. And that flow meter will read in the cab to me how many gallons per minute is flowing through this pipe, how much liquid that pump is moving. And then here is a control valve, and we'll kind of touch on that when we get out there, why the importance of this is. But that opens and closes to fine tune the gallonage per minute that we want coming out to get the correct gallons per acre that we want to put out with the planter. I think I kind of touched on everything there. Yeah, there's just the flow meter and the control valve. Flow meter tells me the gallons per minute, and the control valve adjusts for the gallons per minute that I want to come through here.
So I see you have a pressure gauge right here. What is your average pressure, or where do you want it at? I'm sure it varies from time to time, but
usually we like to see it, I have to have it at 60 right now, usually when we're not applying. And then when I start applying stuff, when I put the planter down on the ground and actually plant, it'll drop to about 40. So we're running between 60 and 40.
Great.
So
Great. So we're going to move over here to the boxes where the fertilizer is then moved to and then put into the ground where we put the seed in, and we talked about how seed is put into the ground last week. So go ahead.
Yep. So from here, from that tank and that the system I showed you over there, the flow meter, the control valve, runs through hoses, and then it comes out across the length of the planter, and then it comes out to here. So this is a liquid hose. This is where all the liquid fertilizer will come through. For each row, and it'll go through here. This is a check valve, and then a meter tells me in the cab that the flow is coming out here, there's not a blockage or something's plugged or I ran out of fertilizer. And then in here there's an orifice, and we'll talk about that more over there. But this orifice is a flow regulator, kind of like that control valve, but this more fine-tunedly evenly distributes the flow across every row, so that if I want to get 2 gallons per minute coming out of this row, I get 2 gallons per minute coming out of that row, because they're all the same size hole.
And so yeah, it's just a little teeny tiny disc that's in there.
Yep.
And yeah,
and there's different sizes, and we'll touch on that. And then from there, this hose folds out, comes out to here, and then it puts it in the ground. It'll be, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches deep, the fertilizer is, and then it'll be close to the seed. So when that seed germinates, it doesn't take long. It finds that band of fertilizer, and it's off to the races.
Great.
So
okay, so now what we're going to talk about are just some different variables that farmers have to deal with how much fertilizer they actually do want to put in the ground. So with these orifices, Dawson kind of rigged up a little system for us to show us how these different orifices actually work. And we're going to actually put some variables into this based on how much fertilizer or whatever you wanted to actually get into the ground. So I'll flip the camera back around.
okay,
We'll go from there.
So we got multiple orifices for the gallonage per acre and the speed that we're going to be going through the field. So like this one is a 91. You can see the hole is smaller than this 144. So you're going to get more gallons per minute through this one than you will this one at the same PSI. And that's kind of what we're going to demonstrate here. So I have in this one already, or no I don't. Like, I guess we'll use the example. This is a 70. I don't know if you can read that down there at the bottom.
Yep.
But anyway, we'll put that one on this side. We'll put it on here. Maybe. And then this one is an 86, I believe. So it's a little bit bigger hole than that one. And we'll put that one on here too. So we're gonna have the same PSI for the gauge. It'll be running about 20 is what I'm gonna set it at. But there's gonna be more flow coming out of this hose than there will this one, just because of that orifice. And we're gonna time it for a minute here. So if you give me a second, I'll get this going.
And the reason why we're putting it into a bucket is we're gonna show within a minute how much more water or quote unquote fertilizer, whatever you're running through your planter, how much more one will have than the other. So Dulce's got here, I can hold that.
Yeah, you want to just tell me when you're starting that.
All right, ready? Go.
So we'll time that for a minute.
Yep, we're gonna go for a minute and then we'll kind of show how much water is in there.
Yeah, and then so we said we had a 70 and an 86 in there. So this is a chart we got from Egg Spray where we get our orifices from. It's probably really busy, probably really blurry in there. But anyways, we have a 70 orifice on the one side and we're running about 20 PSI. So 70 and a 20, we should be putting out 0.433 gallons per minute. And with the 86, we should be putting out 0.664 gallons per minute.
So these different charts are showing from each size of the orifice how much water or fertilizer should be coming out within. Go. I don't know what just happened. And stop.
Okay. So we'll take this and we'll measure how much we got out of the 70.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, so this was a 70.
And I believe it was like 0.4.
Should be 0.4 something.
So it should be under half a gallon, but it's not. So we're a little high, and this pressure gauge must not be completely accurate. So it looks like we got 66, 68,
So
70 gallons or 70 ounces of water in that side.
okay,
So 70 ounces in the 70.
which that's interesting.
That's ironic.
Yeah, very ironic.
And then this is the 86. As you can see, we got, I think that's 104.
Yeah.
You got 104 ounces out of the 86. So just because of this, let me take these out and I'll show you the hole size difference. There's not a whole lot difference. There's a big volume difference.
So the size of these holes in the orifices make a huge difference with the amount of fertilizer or liquid that you're flowing through.
Yep.
That much of a difference made that much of a difference in volume.
Yeah, it was like was it 40 ounces in
Yeah.
a minute?
Yep.
So
there we go. So anything else to add? I think that was great.
Not that I know of. I hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did.
Okay. I think it was great.
If you don't, let me know. I'll try to answer questions.
Great. He'll be here all day. He's got nothing better to do, right? It's cold out. So thank you so much for watching. Yeah. If you have questions, please ask. Or if you guys have suggestions or different things that you would like to see, please ask. We're mainly just crop. So if any cow questions, we're probably not the people to ask. But I know people that would be good to ask. Mom and Dad. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great, great weekend. And go make America great. Bye-bye.